Shall we go for data binding today? Okay. Data binding operation in Spring MVC application. Data binding operation in Spring MVC applications. Data binding operation in Spring MVC application. Number one. What is data binding, boss? The process of keeping input values, nothing but request params like form data to Java Bean class object, which is also called model class object. Is called data binding. Okay, is called data binding. The Java Bean that can hold multiple values in the single object of model class is called the Java Bean that can hold multiple values in the single object of model class. In the single object is called model class. What class, guys? Model class. Are you understanding my statement? Sir, fixed start web app is not there. Archetype hyphen web app is there. Read the notes properly, Babu. Read the notes properly. Yeah. The Java Bean that can hold multiple values in single object is called model class, boss. Is technically called model class. Understanding my statement, boss? Come on. Yeah, this is my form page, guys. This is my form page. This is my form page. Now tell me here, student number, student name, student address, average. Here is my submit button. Yes and no here. Yes name here. Yes ADD here. Average. Average here. Right, boss? Okay. Here is my submit button. Suppose here data is 101. Here is my Raja. Here is my address, Hyderabad. Here is my average, 90.33. 90.33. Here is my model class object. Student class object, nothing but Java Bean class object. Also called as model class object. Yes, boss. Tell me. SNO 101. S name Raja. SADD Hyderabad. Average 90.2. Average 90.3. Yeah, this process is called data binding operation, now boss. Data binding operation. Okay, guys. Now listen. Okay, data binding operation. Model class. Public class student. Private into SNO. Come on. Private string yes name. Yes name. Next one. Private string SADD. Next, private float address. Setters and getters. Setters and getters. Yeah, this is the typical model class now. The typical model class looks like this, right? The typical model class look like this. For form data binding operation. For form data binding operation. Are you understanding my statement? I always remember. Sending data from controller to view component. Controller to view component is called data rendering, right? Is called data rendering. Next, reading data from view component to controller. From view component to reading data from end user and giving to controller as model class object is called data binding. What is that? Data binding. Everyone understanding my statement? Come on. Okay. Data rendering and data binding was. Here is my data render. Yes. Here is my data binding. For form data binding operation, guys. Count number of form components. Count number of components and take same number of properties in model class. Count number of components in what? And take number of form components in form page and take same number of properties in model class. Next. Take same number of properties in model class was. Try to match. Try to match form component values and okay, model class property types. Form component values and model class property types. Are you listening my statement, guys? Okay. Here what? Int. Here int. Ear Raja, ear string. We have taken like that or not? Taken, boss. Taken. Try to match this. Take handler method. Take handler method in controller class having at the rate model attribute annotation. At the rate model attribute annotation before the model class type property. Model class type param. Model class type param. For example, okay, public string register student at the rate model attribute. At the rate model attribute student st. Model attribute student st. If you want, you can give name here, guys. Okay. Model attribute to student st. At the rate model attribute to student st. Yeah, here we have to take one or other. At the rate request mapping resist. At the rate request mapping resistor. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Are you listening my statement? Okay. At the rate request mapping slash register model attribute. This kind of parameter in handler method. This kind of parameter in handler method. Makes the dispatcher servlet. Come on. Makes the dispatcher servlet to perform the following operations. To perform the following operations. Wait, Babu, but before that, one small thing, guys. Before that, one small addition. Make sure that tell me, form component names are matching with the model class property names. Make sure that form component names are matching with the model class property names. Are you listening my statement on this point, guys? Are you understanding my statement? Stupid fellow. Archetype, Meven archetype web app. Gaikwad, you don't know how to read the English statements. Archetype is this, Babu. Archetype web app. Quick start for web applications. Quick start for standalone application. Meven archetype web app is the archetype for application. And what is going on, where you are focusing, my dear? If you, end user means the person who visit the websites. The person who visits the website is called end user. But these fellows. Make sure that form component names are matching with model class property names. This is the model class property names, guys. This kind of parameter in handler method makes dispatcher servlet to perform following operation. Yeah. To create model class object. To create model class object. Student class object. Having name stud. Having name stud. To create model class object having name stud. Okay, model class object is created. Rama. Yeah, this is name now was stud. Student class object to stud, guys. Student class object to stud. Next, to read the form data. To read the form data. To read the form data using request.get parameter method and to write the form data to matching model class properties by calling setter methods. Stud dot. What is there, guys? Stud dot set SNO. Stud dot set SNO. Tell me. Conversion it will take care. Integer dot parse int of request dot get parameter. Request dot get parameter SNO. Okay. Array SNO request parameter value is read and stored into SNO property. Stored into SNO property. Next, stud dot set S name. Stud dot set S name. What is the next? Request dot get parameter of yes name. Yes. Next, stud dot set SADD. Request dot get parameter of SADD. Stud dot. What's the next one, guys? Set average. Request dot get parameter of average. Request dot get parameter of average. This is my A, guys. This is my B. Okay, because of this, what happens, guys? Whatever form data is there, that will come and will be set to this object or not. Here, what happened? SNO 101. Yes name Raja. SADD Hyderabad. Okay, average some 90.4. Average some 90.33 or 33, whatever it is. 3.33. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on, are you with me? Right, boss. Next one. Dispatcher servlet calls. Handler method. Handler method of controller class having that model class object. Having that model class object. Understanding my statement? Register student. Register student stud. On controller class object, it calls register student stud or not. So everything is happening because of this kind of method designing, Rama. Everything is happening this kind of method designing. Convinced, my dear? Come on, everyone. Everything is happening because of this kind of method. Everything is taking place because of this kind of method designing. Comfortable, guys? Got it? Super. This is my A, guys. This is my B, guys. This is my C. Perform data binding operation. This much hangama is there. This much hangama is there. Okay, now listen. DS will take care of all common activities. You need not to do anything. If it is servlet JSP, we should do all these things manually, right? We should do all these things manually. DS only will take care of everything. Only the thing is you have to match these three things. We need to match these three operations, right now, boss? Super na, boss? Now listen. Writing form submitted data to model class object. Writing form submitted data to model class object is called one-way binding, one-way data binding. Writing form submitted data to model class object and model class object and writing model class object data to form components as initial values on the launch of form page. On the launch of form page. On the launch of form page is called two-way binding, boss. Is called two-way binding. Tell me here, this is one-way binding, right? Now listen carefully. Okay, this is one-way binding. Whatever diagram I have shown here, this is one-way binding, right? This is one-way binding. What do you say? One-way binding. One-way binding. Two-way binding. Have a look at this one. Two-way binding. Yeah. Here is my student object, boss. First student object. Student object ST1. Here is my student object ST1 was. SNO, SName Raja, SADD Hyderabad, Average 90.344. This much values are not there. 1, 2 initial values are there. 0 here. Default value address null is there. Here Hyderabad is there. Here 0.0 is there. What is there? 0.0 is there. Here is my form page. Here is my form page. Here is my form page. In this form page, listen carefully. In this form page, when form is launched, when the form is launched, what happens, guys? When the form is launched, what is there? Here 0 will be displayed. Here 0 will be displayed. Yes, boss. Here empty values. Null means nothing will be there. As initial values. Here Hyderabad. Here 0.0. This is one-way binding, Ramam. 0.0. Okay, as usually, here is my submit button, boss. Here is my submit button, boss. Come on. When form is submitted, when this form is submitted with real values, what values? Suppose here, strike it up, 101 is there. Here, what is there? Raja is added. Here, Hyderabad, I kept as it is. Here, 0.0 is striked off. 90.33 is there. What is there, guys? 90.33 is there. Super, boss. Tell me here, what is that? Here is my student class object. Here is my student class object, boss. Are you comfortable, guys? Getting my point here, guys? Come on. Everyone comfortable, my dear? Understanding? Super. Data binding operation. Okay, this is one-way binding. It's a binding one. Binding one. Model class object to form components. Model class objects to form components. Next, binding to. Tell me. Binding to. What is binding to, guys? Okay, form components to model class. Yeah. When form is launched, I want to display some initial values. Yeah. Now listen, guys. For this, use for this design form page using traditional HTML form tags. Traditional HTML form tags. Traditional HTML form tags. For this design, For this design, come on, guys. Form page using Spring MVC supplied form tags. For this design, form page using Spring MVC supplied form tags, boss. Spring MVC supplied form tags. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Are you getting my point? Got the clarity, boss? For this design, form page using Spring MVC supplied form tags. Okay, Spring MVC supplied form tag. These are special tags, guys. These tags supports this. These tags supports this one. Now listen. While working with form pages, we have two phases to deal. We have two phases to deal. Number one, we have two phases to deal. What is number one, guys? Tell me. We have two phases to deal, guys. Tell me what is number one? Form launching. Form launching. Form launching. Form launching. Okay. This we need to take a handler method. We need to take a handler method, taking the get more request. We need to take handler method, taking get more request. Taking get more request. Are you understanding my statement? And this handler method should return LVN of the forms. LVN of the forms. Next, form submission, guys. Form submission. For this, we need to take a handler method. Handler method having post mode request. Okay. Post mode request. And this handler method should get the submitted form data. But guys, the submitted form data. But what guys? Form page means what, my dear? Submitted form data as a model class object in the parameter of what, guys? In the parameter of handler. In the parameter of handler. Okay. In the parameter of handler method. Now listen, guys. Form launching and form submission. Form launching and form submission. Spring MVC using traditional HTML formats. Traditional HTML formats. Okay. Supports what, guys? One-way binding. Supports what, guys? One-way binding. Simply, literally supports what, guys? One-way binding. One-way binding. Understanding my statement? Yes. Have a look how to do this work, guys. Have a look. This is my dispatcher circle. This is my handler mapping, Rama. This is my dispatcher circuit. This is my request mapping, handler map. Request mapping, handler. Dispatcher servlet mapped with what, guys? Slash. Dispatcher servlet mapped with slash. In controller class. In controller class. Understanding my statement? Okay. Now let's have a look. HTTP localhost. HTTP localhost. Come on. 2020 or 2525, whatever it is. MVC pros 2, MVC pros 3, MVC pros 3, tell me was student. MVC pros 3 student. Now have a look, my dear. Public string. Show form page. Okay, no model data to carry around. Array, URL typed in browser address bar. The URL typed in browser address bar gets which mode request, guys? If no mode is there, default mode is get mode, na. If no mode is there, default mode is what? Get mode, right? Yeah. Here is what? Return logical view. Return, tell me, student underscore form. Return student underscore form, boss. Return student underscore form. Now listen carefully here. But Spring 4.x @ request mapping annotation alternate has come in the form of get mapping. In the form of get mapping. @ post mapping. @ post mapping. And etc. Are you understanding my point? Array, same as @ request mapping, ra babu. But here mode is extra, boss. Here mode is extra. We can specify the mode extra, boss. Getting my point? Along with the mode, we can specify the request path. Here also, along with the mode, we can specify the request path. Along with the mode, we can specify the request path. Understanding? @ get mapping. Come on. / student. @ get mapping / student. It is ready to take get mode request whose request path is student. Super. Tell me, it goes to dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher servlet gives to whom, guys? View resolver. Internal resource view resolver, right? Internal resource view resolver. Internal resource view resolver. Under this, what is there? Prefix /webinf /pages. Under this, what is there? Suffix .js. .js. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? Where it is gone wrong, guys? Where is mixed up? What is mixed up, guys? Oh, let me write the note. Yeah. Spring 4.x. Spring 4.x. The alternate for @request mapping is @get mapping and @post map. @get mapping @post. Internal resource view resolve. Prefix is equal to /webinf/pages. Suffix is equal to .js. .js. Next one, guys. Here we will get the view object. View object having physical view component. webinf/pages/webinf/pages/ student_form.js. Yes, boss. Now tell me what is there? Student_form.js. Which folder? webinf/pages. Which folder? webinf/pages. @pay. Form action student. Method is equal to post. And if you don't want to give post student, you can use a different one also. But I'm taking post mode one. Tell me here what is there. Number. Input type is equal to text. Name is equal to yes. Input type is equal to text. Name is equal to yes. Next, name. Input type is equal to text. Name is equal to yes. Okay. Input type is okay. Average. Only 3 properties I will take. Input type is equal to text. Name is equal to average. Next. Input type is equal to submit. Value is equal to resist. End of the form. End of the form tag. Okay, can we see flow up to this, guys? Later we go to second part. Yeah, this request is given. Dispatcher servlet trapped and taken. B. Handovers the request to handler mapping. C. Handovers the request to handler mapping. C, guys. Get mapping student. D question mark. Searches and gets what, guys? Come on. D question mark. D question mark. Searches and gets signature. That signature goes to dispatcher servlet. E. Calls this method. F. Calls this method F. From there, logical view name is collected. G. Come on. Okay. That logical view name goes to dispatcher servlet. H. Tell me. Goes to view resolver. I. Gives view object. J. That view object goes to this place. K. This will communicate with the form page. Yeah. Anything great so far, guys? Anything great so far? Come on. L was. When this executes, you will get the form page like this. When that is executed, you will get the form page like this. Number, name, address. Here is my sub. Here is my number. Here is my name. My address. Fill up these guys. 1001. Raja. Address Hyderabad. Right. I-J. Filling up this form, clicking on submit button. This is J. Come on. Oh, average. Average. What is the number, guys, I should give? 56.7. That is J. Who traps and takes the request? Dispatcher servlet. K. Handovers the request to handler mapping. L. Handovers the request to handler mapping. L. Then again it searches for the handler method now, boss. Public string, register student. Public string, register student. Tell me. At the rate model attribute. Start. Student test. To carry additional data, map. String comma object map. Map string comma object map. Here is my at the rate post mapping / student. Sir, here same we are taking. This is ready to handle get mode request. This is ready to handle post mode request. Form is giving what? Post mode request. So form submitted request goes to this method or this method. This handler method. This handler method. Convinced, my dear? Here is what? Return show underscore. Return show underscore. Form submitted J, guys. K. Handler this. Uh, tell me. Okay, listen. This student is matching. It is giving post mode request. So request goes to this one now, boss. Tell me this. KLLM question mark. It will searches for the signature and somehow this signature will. M signature. M signature. That signature goes CN. Here. It will call the method. But before calling method, in the signature, what is there? Model attribute is there, right? Since model attribute is there, it will try to write form data to model class object. It will try to write form data to model class object na boss. K to 2 times how come? M N J K L M. Right. Okay. What is there? Student object. Student object to start. There, what will be bind? SNO 101. Yes name Raja. Average 90.2. Array farm data is 56.7. Here 1001. T6.3. T6.3. L. Your object creation. Data binding operation. Data binding. Yeah, that is MN. Okay, this is, I think, ONA boss. This is data binding operation. Next, P. Register student. Array, having the student class object, having map object pointing to shared memory. Having map object pointing to shared memory. This will be called or not? This will be called. Okay. Here, request processing using the form data of model class. In the form data of model class. Everyone understood my statement, guys? Come on, are you with me? Got it, guys? Got the clarity? Right, was. Come on. This will come here. Request processing logic. That is what? That is what? P. That is P. Okay. That is purely P. Looks a bit new, but interesting. This logical view name, N. P, Q, Q. Shared memory will be there. I am not highlighting Ram. Please. Right now I am highlighting only this. I am highlighting only this. Come on. Shared memory anyhow will be there. Are you understanding my statement? I am not highlighting in the diagram. Yes, Mahendra, you want to know about shared memory? Yeah? Please revise previous class once. Okay, here hero of the day is @model attribute. By seeing this, data binding will happen, Rababu. Farm data will be stored. Farm data is stored here. Is stored. Right. What is the model class, guys? Here is the model class. Public class student, private int SNO. Super. Okay. Do I need to talk more on this map, Babu? Are you feeling not shame asking again about shared memory? Are we completely understanding my statement was we completely spend 1-2 days on only shared memory. Guys, people are asking, sir, talk about this map. We have learned that one beautifully, right? If you are lazy to read the missed class documents, I'm helpless, Babu. Okay, missing class is not a crime. First, read the document of those days. That will make you better student and better programmer. Yes, getter setter methods. Setters and getters. Getters and setters. Okay, since people are asking about shared memory, for every request, one separate shared memory object will be created. What is that? Binding aware model map object, right? Binding aware model map object, right, boss? This class directly, indirectly implements what, guys? Map interface. So this map refers to this shared memory object. This map refers to this shared memory object. Whatever you add to map, they will be going to this one. Are you understanding my statement? Q. Next one, what is this? That logical view name comes to this place, R. Comes to this place, R. Next one, view resolver. Yes. View object. One more view object having name and location of physical view component, right, boss? WebInf slash pages slash show underscore result dot js. Where is that, guys? yes. yes. That view object goes to dispatcher servlet T, and it will try to execute show underscore result dot js. Try to execute show underscore result dot js. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Try to execute show underscore result dot JSP. This is V. This is V. Convinced, my dear? Okay. Very simple. Everything is same, my dear. Everything is same. Only model class object creation is extra. Only model class object creation is extra. Once again, see the flow. I have given normal request. Who is trapping and taking request, guys? Who is trapping and taking request, guys? Dispatchers are let B. Handovers the request to whom, guys? Handler mapping. Handler mapping searches for a handler method, na boss? What method? Get mode request, whose request path is student. Student matching. This is get mapping. This is also giving get request. Gathers this method signature, gives to dispatcher servlet E. Dispatcher servlet calls the method G. Okay, F. It returns logical view name G. Goes to dispatcher servlet H. Logical view name is given to view resolver I. Prepares the view object having physical view component name, that is J. That view object goes to dispatcher servlet K. That form page executes L. That form page executes. Here is the that form page executes. Right, boss. Okay. Since I am using traditional HTML tags, guys, only empty text boxes will come. Now end user fills up the text boxes, clicks on the submit button. Who traps the request? Based on this, guys, this and this. Based on this and this, J, K. Dispatcher servlet traps and takes the request because of this and this. Searches for the handler method who is ready to handle post mode request having request path student. Who is this? Post mapping student. Okay. Get the signature of the method. N. In that signature, it notices @model attribute is there, map is there. For map, it will create shared memory. Okay. For model attribute, what it will do? Reads the form data that is coming with form submission and writes form data to model class object. And now calls register student method. Okay. O creates. Calls register student method having model class object and map object. Having model class object and map object. Here we process request and returns again logical view name. This is again LVN. Logical view. This logical view name goes to dispatcher servlet QR. Gives to view resolver yes. View object having physical view component and location. T goes to view object and this view page will execute. I hope you realized this, guys. I hope you thoroughly realized this, guys. Come on, are you with me? Yes, double time, huh? Why yes is double time? Oh, yes is double time, huh? Fine. Yes. Yes, T. Okay. W, T, U. Here is V. Here is V, Rabo. Here is V. K double time, adjust. Don't worry. K double time, adjust. J, K. Where is K other time? L. Dispatcher servlet always uses zero param constructor to create model class. Okay. Always uses zero param constructor. Having name stud uses zero param constructor. This zero param. Right, boss? Yeah. When we meet in Monday's class, I will give example on this. Pretty heavy, but once you see example application, you will enjoy. Thank you, guys. Next